Well, I thought that being on spring break would mean a lot of free time. No such thing for this guy. It's Monday, my first day of spring break, and I've been running around all day long trying to get stuff done. I did have the time to stop by a Goodwill store to look for some music books, and I found three guitar books that I wanted to share about. I've never been to this Goodwill before. Um, and I found these three books that I want to share about in this video briefly. If you ever played guitar in a lesson environment, or even if you're self-taught, I'm sure you've heard of the Mel Bay series before. It's a guitar publisher and also lots of other instruments, mostly guitar though. So the Mel Bay series has different kinds of guitar methods, song books, all kinds of different types of books for the guitar, and again many other instruments. I found these two books. Well, all three of them really go together. The first one is Mastering the Guitar. It's a comprehensive method. When you see the words comprehensive method, it means that the method's going to contain the lessons as well as the solos and the technique exercises and sight reading. Usually you buy those books separately. If the book says comprehensive method, then it's all in one. This also comes with a double CD in the back. This could be used by a raw beginner, even for somebody who knows nothing about music. So the first pages will cover, how to hold the instrument and how to understand basic music concepts, how to count beats, and how to it starts really from scratch, how to read basic music notation, and starts with some very easy string picking. Basically from scratch. If you've never played before, this would be a good way to go with or without a teacher, especially because you get the CDs in the back, so you get to listen to it before you play it if you want to. And this first 1A volume goes pretty far. I'm looking at the last few pages. I mean, you get to play some really nice late beginner, almost early intermediate repertoire. Lots of adaptations, like some classical songs and some popular songs, a lot of folk music, a lot of really nice chord songs. A chord song is when, okay, here's a chord song right there. A chord song is when you hear both the melody and the harmony, almost like piano playing on the guitar, played by one person. Here's a chord song right there. So that's the first book. The second book in the series, 1B, is just a continuation of the first one, just exploring different keys, different positions, the higher positions, providing a lot of improvisation material. Some pretty advanced stuff for the second volume there. And again, this one also comes with a double CD. And the third book, which is from the same series, would deal with, it's called Technique Studies. Every time you see a book of studies for whatever instrument that has to do with technique, but studies are more than just technique. They're made to sound musical, so that they're fun to play. As opposed to playing a scale. A scale will sound musical, but it's just a scale, it's not a song. Studies or etudes are made to sound like a song, like a piece. Here's a good example of a Caruli etude. And this book is not really a classical guitar book. It's meant for any kind of style. So there's a lot of plectrum playing and fingerstyle playing, but there's quite a few classical pieces in here. Lots of chord songs in this one, but this one focuses on specific technique needs that you have as a late beginner, early intermediate student. I'm trying to see how, yeah, it does start with some very easy stuff. So I guess you could use this book at the same time as you use 1B and 1A and 1B. So it does start pretty easy and it moves gradually into more difficult stuff. Looking towards the end, here's some flat picking stuff. And let's see, some cross picking studies. Okay, cross picking, I assume that they mean by that when you have to cross strings. It's quite difficult to do that. So here's some fingerstyle studies. This type of song right here on this page, you could do one of those hybrid picking techniques where you hold a pick and use your bottom 3 fingers for picking, or just use a straightforward fingerstyle like a classical player if you wish. Anyways, the best part about finding these books is the price, because this was at Goodwill. So these are all soft cover in very good condition. I didn't see any markings in them, and they're clearly used. There's little dog ears here and there, but there's no damage, no markings. The combined value of these books, the retail combined value, is, let's see, 23, 23, and 10. So it's about $56 if you were to buy these in a store, because especially the ones with a double disc, they'll cost a lot, $23. So that's a combined retail value of 56 plus tax. These were 99 cents each. Okay, so that's the best part there. $3 for these books. I didn't buy them for myself. I don't need to play out of these books. I'm probably going to find some students that need them. But there's a lot of great material in here. And maybe I'll play some of the technique studies in here and make some short videos out of them, or play some of the more advanced songs in the 1B volume or something like that. But these were really a great buy at $3 plus tax. I think I paid like $3.57 or something. So that was awesome. So just a short video today. If you can get your hands on anything in Mel Bay, by Mel Bay, they do publish works for other instruments, lots of fretted instruments like mandolin, ukulele, even some violin music. And they, over the years, they stretched their reach for what instruments they provide works for. But it's mostly guitar. So if you're a guitarist, anything by Mel Bay, I would recommend. If you're a hardcore classical guitar player, you'd have to be a little bit picky though with Mel Bay, because sometimes the fingering and the additions are not the best. But if you're just a generic guitar player or a beginner, Mel Bay can work really well. So anyways, that's my short video today about the 3 awesome Mel Bay books I found at my local Goodwill, and I'll try to visit once a week or so and look for things like this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. If you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead. Thank you very much for that. And see you in the next video. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye now.